Hello, hello, and welcome to the Spiritual Growth Forum again. As always, I am your host, Cherise, and I am here with the lovely and talented Carla-Jayne. Hello.
Thank you.
I wanted to do a quick introduction to you because you're amazing. So Carla-Jayne is a passionate spiritual coach dedicated to empowering women to connect with their authentic selves and shine a light on their full potential. With a unique blend of practical empowerment, mystical wisdom, and a touch of humor, Carla-Jayne guides women on transformative journeys of self-discovery. As the creator of the BS to Bewitching Sisterhood program, Carla-Jayne has helped countless women break free from limiting beliefs, harness the power of self-love, and incorporate simple yet witchy rituals, which I love, into their daily lives. Her approach is rooted in tarot, witchcraft, and practical empowerment, making her teachings both relatable and inspiring. And let's say a great big welcome to you. I am so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I just thank you so much for me being here today. And I do want to thank you and the team for putting on this amazing forum. It's been incredible watching everybody, and to all the wonderful speakers that have shared and continue to share. And
Absolutely.
I'd like to address the speaker. I'd like to address the speaker, the people who are watching. So to you, glorious spiritual seeker, I would love for you to be able to interact while you're watching. And please, 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 if you could comment, and I'll be able to read and respond your comments after the live. I may not be able to read them. It depends how quickly we can go through them. But I would love to find out more about you. And I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to connect with you. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction as well.
Awesome. I will leave the stage to you. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everybody. So I have had a wonderful introduction, but it's always nice to explain a little bit more about yourself. So who am I? Well, I am Carla-Jayne, and as Cherise said, I am a spiritual life and business coach and tarot reader. But beyond the titles and the roles, I am someone who is super passionate about helping women break through limiting beliefs and step into their most authentic, empowered selves by adding a generous sprinkling of magic within the mundanity of life. A few years ago, I was in a place where I felt stuck and disconnected from my true self. I was weighed down by self-doubt and limiting beliefs, and I knew that something had to change. That's when I rediscovered the power of witchcraft, tarot, working with the moon's phases, and deep shadow work. Through these practices, I started to peel back the layers of beliefs that were holding me back. And let me tell you, the transformation was nothing short of magical. I found my power, I found my voice, and I found a deep sense of self-love and purpose. That journey is what brings me here today, ready to share some of these tools and insights with you. So what am I going to share with you today? Well, I'm going to cover limiting beliefs. We're going to dive into what they are, how they form, and most importantly, how to bust through them with a very simple technique. We're then going to explore self-love and self-care. I'm talking about practical ways to cultivate deep, unconditional love and respect for yourself. I'm going to introduce you to some powerful rituals that can support your journey. And then finally, we'll explore the importance of community and how empowering it can be to connect with a sisterhood of like-minded women. At the end of our time together, my goal here for you is to leave feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to create, show up, and be your most authentic self. All right, let's dive into one of the biggest barriers to our success: limiting beliefs. These are those annoying negative thoughts and convictions that hold us back from reaching our full potential. Often they're subconscious and they stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or internalized criticism. You know, those little voices that's saying, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve success, or I'm too old or too young to achieve my dreams. Let me tell you right now, these thoughts are BS. Yep, that's right, they're bullshit. That is why I call them bullshit beliefs or BS beliefs, because more often than not, it's just a whole lot of layers of crap that's just accumulated over time until you wholeheartedly believe that they're real, which they are not. I have developed a very simple technique to break them down, and I'm going to teach it to you right now, minus the fluff. So if you haven't already, go and grab something to write down and then let's go. I developed the 4N technique, which is notice, note down, negate, and new belief. The first step in breaking free is to notice these beliefs. Awareness is key. Pay close attention to your thoughts and feelings, especially when you encounter challenges or you think about your goals and thoughts come up. So what thoughts do come up when you face a difficult decision? How do you feel about pursuing your biggest dream? What fears or doubts do you often experience? So, for example, when I started my coaching business in 2018, I did notice that there was a belief that I wasn't smart enough or experienced enough to coach others with their beliefs or their life purpose. And that awareness was the first step to change. Next, let's get those thoughts out of the head and onto the paper or screen. Take a moment to now write down the BS beliefs that you've noticed. This exercise is super powerful because taking these thoughts out of your head and seeing them in front of you can be a real eye-opener. And if you feel comfortable to do so, I would love it if you could share one of your BS beliefs in the comments. I do remember writing down in the past, I don't know enough to coach and I'm not experienced. It felt really liberating to see it written out. It was almost like I could finally confront it and I stopped hiding from it. Now, once you've got it out, it's time to negate these beliefs by challenging their logic and their credibility. Ask yourself, is this belief absolutely true? What evidence do I have to support or negate this belief? Has anyone else overcome this belief to achieve what I want to achieve? So, for instance, I questioned my belief about not being smart or experienced enough. And I reminded myself of the positive feedback and the successes that I'd had already in coaching and teaching, and how I pulled my own arse out of the sand and helped myself first. That started to shift my perspective. During this part of the process, really do take a few moments to think about how you can challenge the truth of your BS belief. And then the final step, let's replace that old belief with a new empowering belief. This is where the positive affirmations and consistent reinforcement come in. You can transform I'm not good enough into I'm capable and worthy of success. But what you can do is craft your affirmation or new belief with the PPEP or PEP format. I'm going to explain, don't worry. We have the first P is personal. It's I and me statements. You want to claim that. Then we have present. Not I will, not I'm going to. It's I am. And then emotional. You want to connect to an emotion. It's super powerful. And then positive. We want to keep positive language as the universe absolutely loves to play silly buggers with us. If you say, I want less anxiety, your brain in the universe will hear anxiety, and then it's going to start to look out for things to call that anxiety in. So instead, say, I am calm, happy, and carefree. Okay. I would like us to do a very quick visualization exercise. So if you can, if it's safe to do so, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just imagine yourself embodying this new belief, succeeding in your goals, feeling empowered. Really, truly believe this vision, see it, and feel it with your whole self. Take a breath and open your eyes. That took less than 60 seconds to focus, right? You do not need to spend hours doing this. Try to do a few times to really anchor in that vision and connect with your emotions. There are also lots of top athletes that use visualization to win big. So there's absolutely no reason why you can't use this tool too. So if you have thought of one, I would love to hear your new empowering belief in the comments. And while you're sharing, let's just quickly sum up the 4N technique. We have notice, note down, negate, and new belief. By practicing this technique, you can transform your mindset and break free from BS beliefs. Okay, next up, we're going to explore how these new beliefs can help you in your journey of self-discovery and empowerment. So, we have self-love and self-care. They are two powerful practices that are absolute game changers. Self-love is about having a deep, deep respect and appreciation for yourself. It means accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, and prioritizing your own happiness and well-being. Self-care, on the other hand, is about taking more deliberate actions to preserve or improve your mental, emotional, and physical health. It's like giving yourself a little tune-up to maintain balance and resilience. Sometimes self-care isn't just about pampering, bubble baths, and hair masks. Okay, it's doing the dishes before bed, because then you won't feel disheartened when you get up and go and have your breakfast. It's about going for a workout when you really don't want to, but when you get going, you remember why you do this. Self-care is doing the thing because you know you'll feel physically, mentally, or emotionally better when you take that action. These practices are foundational for personal growth and empowerment. Without them, it's really hard to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself and keep your well-being in check. So why are self-love and self-care so important? Well, they affect your emotional well-being. Self-love and self-care drastically improve your emotional health by reducing your stress, your anxiety, and even depression. When you take time for yourself, you're better equipped to handle life's ups and downs. When you embrace them, you increase your confidence. Loving and caring for yourself boosts your self-esteem and your confidence. It gives you the strength to face challenges with a positive mindset. When you find yourself having better relationships, because you have a healthy relationship with yourself, it's going to enhance your relationships with others. Self-love creates the opportunity for you to set healthy boundaries and have a mutual respect within all of your relationships. You have greater resilience. Regular self-care practices build that resilience. It makes it easier to cope with whatever crap life decides to throw your way. And if you have routines and practices to help with your challenges, you're going to find the transition of noticing, negating, new believing, and creating them much easier. So let's get into some practical self-love practices. So start off by using positive affirmations daily to create and nurture your self-love. Remember using the PPEP or PEP, personal, present, emotional, and positive framework when creating affirmations. You want to repeat things like, I am worthy of love and respect. I am enough. I deserve happiness and success. These affirmations help reinforce positive self-image. You can also keep a gratitude journal and write down things that you appreciate about yourself and your life, and any wins or achievements, however small. When you focus on the positive aspects of your life, it really nurtures self-love and helps you to look out for more opportunities to celebrate. Practice self-compassion by treating yourself with kindness and understanding especially during tough times. Be gentle with yourself and acknowledge your efforts and your progress. You always have a choice to be kind to yourself. Start choosing this now and make it a habit. Whenever you slip up, remind yourself it's okay to make mistakes, and you are choosing to be kinder and more compassionate to yourself. Watch how quickly your thoughts stop immediately going to the negative when you are consistently compassionate. I would love for you to share with me in the comments which self-love practice that you might start with and that you're going to commit to. Okay, let's look at some self-care practices now. So for your physical self-care, tap into your inner voice, that intuitive nudge that always wants to tell you what you need, and see what comes up. Mine always tells me to go outside, whatever the weather, because even though I might feel crappy beforehand, I know I feel 10 times better when I immerse myself in the nature that is all around me. Even just connecting with a neighbour's garden plants helps me, okay? It's the wind on my face. It's the sun on my skin. It all helps me to reconnect back to the earth and be present within my body. You can also do simple things like taking a relaxing bath or shower, massages, mindful stretching, going for a walk, regular exercise, or maintaining a balanced diet. These can all do wonders for your physical well-being. One self-care practice I do rely on for my emotional self-care is setting boundaries. It was one of the hardest things for me to learn how to say no and stop people pleasing. The world will not end because I said no. Okay, it will continue to turn if I set a boundary. And this does not just apply to me. No, it applies to you too. When you set boundaries, you protect your mental health. You might just need to figure out what they are and then how to effectively communicate them. You can also journal to process your emotions. You can complete shadow work exercises. You can engage in creative activities that bring you joy and relaxation. These are all amazing ways to care for your emotional health. And there is so much more out there too. Because I am a huge nerd, part of my mental self-care is to learn something new. My favorite being a new spiritual technique or subject. When you stimulate your brain, you're flexing your mental self-care muscles. You can also do activities like meditation, mindfulness exercises, or even reading a good book. All of these things can help clear your mind and reduce your stress. And don't forget to nurture your relationships. You may not have known there's also social self-care. Spend time with supportive friends and family, or join communities that uplift and inspire you, just like this one. Even if you're a big old introvert, there will be someone who can help fill your cup. So tell me, what's your favorite self-care activity? And while you are popping those in the comments, let me share a brief personal experience with you. After a very uncomfortable moment in Universal Orlando, where I was unceremoniously dragged off my favourite ride as the safety bars wouldn't lock in, I had an epiphany. I was very overweight at the time, and I wasn't looking after myself. Something had to change. The first part was noticing that I wasn't being kind to myself, and I wasn't doing any kind of healthy self-care practices. So, after that moment, I started incorporating self-love and self-care practices into my daily routine. I did not go big to begin with. I knew myself enough that I would get overwhelmed and chuck it all in before I saw any improvements. I began with small steps. positive affirmations, taking time out for myself, and making myself go outside and take a walk every single day. It wasn't overnight. I also had a lot of help and support, but over time, I noticed a significant improvement in my physical well-being, my emotional well-being, my confidence, and my overall outlook on life. Currently, to date, I've lost over 110 pounds in about 2 years. These practices help me overcome challenges and achieve my goals that I didn't even realize I needed. And trust me, if I can do it, the perpetual procrastinator who will do anything else other than something that's good for her, you can too. Self-love and self-care are crucial for your well-being. When you incorporate these practices into your daily life, you do improve your emotional health, you boost your confidence, and you build resilience. Remember, you deserve to invest time and energy into yourself. Okay, let's talk about how incorporating daily rituals that can further enhance your self-care practices and your overall empowerment. So rituals have been a game changer for personal empowerment and also well-being and self-care. Here is why they are so important. First off, they give you a steady routine that makes a chaotic life feel stable and predictable. This is super comforting, especially when you're stressed out. Your nervous system loves a good repeated practice, and it will thank you. Rituals also make you focus on what you really want. When you do a ritual, you're putting all of your energy into a specific goal, which makes achieving it easier. Doing rituals also keeps you in the moment. Whether it's lighting a candle, meditating, or something else, being present helps you relax and you feel better overall. They also create a special time for you to connect with yourself. This helps you to understand your needs and your feelings, which is the first step to feeling empowered. Performing rituals, especially with the natural cycles like the moon phases, aligns your energy with the world around you. This makes you feel a bit more powerful and in harmony with the earth. They often involve self-care, like a moon bath, perhaps, or a special meal. These acts remind you that you deserve care and attention, boosting your self-esteem. By creating your own rituals as well, you're taking charge of your growth and empowerment. This builds confidence and gives you a sense of control over your life. Incorporating rituals into your daily or weekly routine can have a huge positive impact, enhancing your sense of empowerment, well-being, and self-care. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a few simple rituals and tips to get you started. So my first suggestion when you get started is to find a way to create a sacred space to perform your rituals. Having a dedicated space helps you get focused, firstly, but it also feels a bit more magical. These could be things like a small altar, a corner of a room, or any place where you feel comfortable, safe, and undisturbed. These spaces do not have to be filled with stuff, okay? You only really need your intention and the willingness to spend time on yourself. You can absolutely have stuff like candles, crystals, other spiritual bits. There's a few things there. There's a lot more over here, which I'm not showing you. But just make sure that you are aware that the only thing you need is intention, okay? And what you might need to do before you get going is get clear. Clear intentions are crucial. They help you to focus your energy and align your actions with your goals. Before starting any ritual, just take a moment to set that clear intention. All right, so I'm going to give you some ideas. Maybe consider one or two, or even a combination of these very simple rituals. So you can pull a card each morning. So it can be a tarot card, it can be an oracle card, it doesn't matter. But you can do this as part of your daily ritual. Shuffle your deck and ask, what do I need to know today? Pull a card and reflect. The simple practice sets a positive tone for your day. Just by pulling a card and spending a few moments reflecting on its meaning and how it might apply to your day, you're taking time out for yourself and staying mindfully present. Begin your day with a few moments of meditation or deep breathing. You can set a positive intention for the day, light a candle, or use essential oils if you have them to create a calming atmosphere. This ritual can help you set yourself up for the day on a really positive note. You can end your day by reflecting on what you're grateful for. Write down 3 things that went well and brought you joy. Use a dedicated journal for gratitude and reflection. This is a great way to let go of the day and close with positive thoughts. You can also brain dump all of your thoughts before you go to bed and probably before your gratitude practice. This helps you to sleep better, and it's great for your mental and emotional health to just get it all out before you try to sleep, and it'll be less likely to keep you up. Spend time in nature. I cannot bang on about this enough, okay? Go for a walk in the park, go in your garden, or simply sit under a tree. Nature is grounding and rejuvenating. But if you are unable to do that, then just open your window and notice the breeze on your face or the sun on your skin. Simply be mindful. You can perform activities that align with the moon's phases, like setting intentions during the new moon and then releasing during the full moon. Keep it practical and easy to follow. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't need to be complicated. Moonbathing, meditation, or journaling all around the cycle helps you to connect to yourself. You can also incorporate the elements into your daily routines. So for earth, you can carry a small crystal or a stone for grounding. For air, you can burn incense or use essential oils to clear the air and uplift your mood. For fire, you can light a candle while setting your intentions or during a meditation. And water, you can take a mindful bath or shower, adding salts or herbs to enhance the experience. There are so many more simple and small rituals that you can add into your daily life. But which daily rituals do you find most appealing right now? And how might you incorporate it into your life? I'd love to know. If you share it in the comments, that'd be fabulous. And while you're popping that down, let me share a little bit more about my experience. I did kind of touch on it earlier. So when I was a kid, I absolutely loved the craft and practical magic. But I never committed to one belief system until solo witchcraft felt like home. I read tarot, I honoured the moon, and I practiced candle magic. However, a crisis of faith hit me when my dad passed away in 2009, and I stepped away from that magical side of life, I thought, permanently. But then cut to just over a decade later, I lost my mum, I went travelling, and the pandemic brought me back to witchcraft. I found peace and healing with the practice. The last 3 years have been transformative. I reconnected with my roots, as my dad, he was a Romany, and my mum was a rather reluctant medium and a closeted witch. So I decided not to be closeted, clearly. But I have built a thriving business helping others overcome BS beliefs about themselves, their work, and their future, all supported by magical self-care. Over the 2 years, I've also focused on my physical health, and as I said earlier, lost an incredible amount of weight. I now run regularly. I never used to do that. And all supported by rituals and practical magic. I don't always perform rituals perfectly, okay? Sometimes it's just hanging out the window looking at the moon saying thank you. It's enough, okay? I remind my clients it's okay to do what you can. Doing what you can is all that matters. I've also heard some powerful stories from my community about how these practices have really helped others. For example, one woman shared how connecting with nature daily transformed her stress levels and brought her a sense of peace. So, have you ever experienced positive changes from daily rituals or integrating any kind of magic into your life? Please share. So, Incorporating magical rituals into your daily life can bring powerful insights and empowerment. Start small, be consistent, and watch how these practices transform your life. Okay, let's finish up by exploring how the support of a sisterhood can further enhance your journey of self-discovery and empowerment. So let's talk about sisterhood. In this context, sisterhood is about forming a community of like-minded souls who support, uplift, and empower each other. It's about having a tribe that has your back, celebrates your successes, and helps you through tough times. The importance of having a strong support network cannot be overstated. While self-empowerment is crucial, having a community amplifies personal growth and resilience. We are stronger together than we are alone. So what does sisterhood mean to you? I would love it if you share your thoughts in the comments. When you are part of a group of kindred spirits, it provides a safe space for expressing emotions, sharing struggles, and celebrating successes. It helps reduce feelings of isolation and loneliness. The value of the collective wisdom is immense. Each member brings unique experiences and insights, allowing the group to learn and grow together. A sisterhood helps members stay accountable to their goals and their commitments. The encouragement and gentle, maybe not so gentle, nudges from others, they can be incredibly motivating. Being part of a supportive community can boost self-confidence and your empowerment. Knowing that others believe in you can help you believe in yourself. So how do you find your community? To find or build a sisterhood, consider joining online groups, attending local meetups, or participating in workshops and events. Look for communities that resonate with your values and your interests. Try to be an active participant in your communities. This means showing up, sharing, listening, offering support to others. The more you put in, the more you get out. I know that might seem daunting for the introverts who are watching, but pushing yourself to get out there will have so many more rewards than the safety of being solo. I would love it if you share any groups or communities that you've been part of that have had a positive impact in your life. I've heard incredible stories from our community. For instance, one woman shared how our group helped her to navigate a career change, providing the confidence and support that she needed to launch her own business on her terms by combining witchcraft and technology. How cool is that? A sisterhood is about forming a supportive community that provides emotional support, shared wisdom, accountability, and empowerment. It's about finding your community and actively participating to uplift each other. Seek out or strengthen your connections with like-minded women. The power and potential that comes from being part of a supportive community are immense. So I'd like to introduce you to the BS to Bewitching Sisterhood program. This is an incredible opportunity to join a community of empowered women who support and uplift each other. 2 years ago, I founded the Sisterhood. My promise was simple. Through this program, you will break free from BS beliefs, harness the power of manifestation, and prioritize self-love and self-care, all within a supportive community of like-minded women. So what makes the BS to Bewitching Sisterhood different from every other offer out there? Well, it's a unique combination of self-love, magical actions, and a supportive sisterhood. Breaking up with BS beliefs, as I said, you also learn about supportive, magical techniques and modalities that further your spiritual journey, and the nurturing community that we build together. These elements create a holistic approach to personal empowerment. This isn't just another program. It's a journey of transformation supported by practical tools and a powerful community. I know some of you might be thinking, will I be able to follow through with this? The answer is yes. The methods are designed to be simple, actionable, and adaptable to your busy life. You do not need to be the expert. You just need the intention and the willingness to start. Demystifying the mystical is what I'm all about. By joining this program, you can expect increased confidence, clarity in your goals, a strong support network, effective manifestations of your desires, and improved self-care routines. This is about transforming your life in meaningful, lasting ways. When you sign up, you gain immediate access to multiple spiritual training modules covering things like the chakras, Akashic records, spirit guides, shadow work, tarot for self-care, and various witchcraft and other manifesting modules. I believe to date we have 13 at the moment. You also get the Vault, which is consisting of mindset and limiting beliefs, goal setting, journals, guidebooks. I think there's cards and grimoires. There's loads of stuff in there. You can also gain access to any live sessions, live replays, workbooks, and the whole back catalogue of all previous workshops that I have held. You get a monthly newsletter, Cosmic Coven, which is filled with astrological events, lunar living guidance, some spell work ideas, and journal pages. And for the live elements, the live calls, you get spiritual co-working sessions once a month, weekly tarot forecasts, and monthly lunar circles, which are entitled Bewitching with Beverages. So these are calls for new moon guidance and manifesting cycles, and they're kind of interactive as well. I do want this sisterhood to be accessible for you, and I want you to take action now for your holistic self-care. I also have a few spots left to upgrade your sisterhood experience. Not only do you get everything included in the BS to Bewitching Sisterhood, but you also get full access to the new Tarot Craft School to learn how to read tarot for yourself and others, plus an exclusive 30-minute one-to-one session with me every month for personal tarot readings and coaching. I do only have 5 spots available left for this upgrade, so please do jump in quick to avoid disappointment. To claim your spot, go to the links page, which is currently being taped along the bottom, and you can sign up to reclaim your spiritual sparkle. So here's the deal. Join the BS to Bewitching Sisterhood, gain access to all the resources, the community support, and the group calls for just $77 a month. If you want to nab one of the coveted upgraded spots with the Tarot Craft School included and monthly one-to-ones, it is just $133 a month. But if you're not quite ready to jump in and you are interested in the witchy stuff, like how to ground and center, how to cast the circle, charging and cleansing basics, how to perform simple yet powerful spells, and which witch you might be, please grab my freebie from the links page. Thank you so much for joining me on this session today and for all of your wonderful participation. I am going to be coming back to read all of your comments and responding to you shortly, like as soon as I get off, I'm going to be going in. So if you do have any other further questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to me via DMs, or you can contact me on info@newleafyourlife.com. I'm going to leave you with this. Remember, you have the power to transform your life and manifest your dreams. Embrace your magic. It's the most powerful tool you have. You are bewitching. Thank you.